Welcome to the order of Monday morning. I'll give the sign and the countersign. I hope you all had a good weekend. Uh, Things have been kind of wild around here. I'm Constance is really busy trying to get my shit together to go to the 3-day retreat in Joshua Tree coming up on the March 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And I'm I'm as helpless as a kitten in figuring out what I need and everything. And she just works so hard getting my clothes and everything together while I'm gathering up Enochian toys and just doing kid stuff. But anyway, this morning, as you see, I'm in green this morning. This is my emerald sweatshirt of Lon. Um, let's see if I can get that one collar there, making me look like there. I'm kindly old Mr. DuQuette. I'll read your cards for you. Anyway, uh, there's one little section of the Emerald Tablet of Hermes that is fascinating to me and provocative, and to me, it's the most mysterious little verse. And I'm going to read you something that I wrote a number of years ago. I made sort of a commentary on every verse of the Emerald Tablet. Uh, uh, it's sort of an exegesis on the Holy Guardian Angel and the process of the knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel. But the Emerald Tablet is so magical that you could use the Emerald Tablet as an exegesis on any subject. But in my little, and it was part of my book, Angels, Demons, and Gods of the New Millennium. And the copy of the Emerald Tablet that I used for my illustration was one that came from a little tiny book by Manly Palmer Hall called The Lost Keys of Freemasonry. And there are many interpretations of the Emerald Tablet, and most of them I've read are really good. Crowley wrote a wonderful one under the pen name Cyril Gray. But for this book here, the Angels, Demons, and Gods of the New Millennium, I preferred to use Manly Hall's. And I'm going to read you the Emerald Tablet up to the point of where I want to read you my commentary. It is true and no lie, certain to be depended upon, that the superior agrees with the inferior, and the inferior with the superior, to effect that one truly wonderful work. As all things owe their existence to the will of the only one, so all things owe their origin to the one only thing, the most hidden. And by arrangement of the only God. The father of that one only thing is the sun. Its mother is the moon. The wind carries it in its wings, but its nurse is a spiritus earth. That one only thing, after God, is the father of all things in the universe. Its power is perfect after it has been united to a spiritus earth. Separate that spiritus earth from the dense or crude earth by means of a gentle heat with much attention. In great measure, it ascends from the earth up to heaven and descends again, newborn, on the earth. And the superior and the inferior are increased in power. By this thou wilt partake of the honors of the whole world, and darkness will flee from thee. This is the strength of all powers. With this thou wilt be able to overcome all things and to transmute all that is fine and all that is coarse. In this manner the world was created, and by the arrangements to follow this, but the arrangements to follow this road are hidden. Okay. Now I did a little, a few paragraphs, on each of those verses. But that gentle heat, and I'm doing this as a commentary on the process and the theory, I guess, of the Holy Guardian Angel and attaining knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel. And that gentle heat. First of all, oh God, I'm going to digress so terribly here. That spiritus earth that they're talking about would be like the suit of discs in the tarot, or the final hay in Yod He Vav He, or Malkuth on the Tree of Life. Okay, that it's the climax of the descent into matter. That's spirit's descent into matter. The climax of the descent into matter. That's what makes Malkuth like Kether and Kether in Malkuth, okay? But after a different manner. This is what they're trying to get at. And in order to get back up, to expand back up to heaven, if you will, or Kether, you start by processing the spiritus earth, or you and me, down here in the climax of the descent of matter. And so you separate the spiritus earth from the dense crude earth, and you do it by means of a gentle heat, and that gentle heat is love. And as you rise up to the level of, say, 6 on the Tree of Life, that's the environment, if you will, the consciousness environment of the Holy Guardian Angel. But I wanted to stop right at verse 8, which says, "Thou shalt by this means possess the glory of the whole world. Therefore all obscurity shall flee from thee." This is after you've united the spiritus earth with okay. Knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel brings with it clarity of vision and a realization of the central purpose of one's life. It does not guarantee an end to your troubles. On the contrary, once you've become focused on the real reason you've incarnated, all thoughts and actions that do not advance that primary purpose become potentially quite dangerous. At this point in your spiritual career, there is no vacation from the great work. Any deviation from the path recoils with the same mad energy as a gyroscope knocked from its base. This is not to say that one has to lose one's sense of humor or stop having fun. No artificial moral imperative should motivate the aspirant's purity of purpose other than the driving desire not to waste precious time and resources. Now, verse 9 says, "This is the potent force of all force, for it'll overcome everything subtle and penetrate everything solid." In other words, wall to wall. From the bottom to the top, from the in to the out. Okay. Until now, I've talked about the experience of the Holy Guardian Angel as if it were a linear event taking place in time and space. Before knowledge and conversation, you're a complete jerk. And after you get your angels, mosquitoes don't bite you. But the simple truth is, it is no such thing at all. For the universal agent that they talk about in the Emerald Tablet, there is no was or will be. There is only is. For the universal agent, there is no was or will be. There is only is. Now, that's not the Emerald Tablet, so don't blame that. That's DuQuette waxing eloquently. Okay. The microcosm already is in perfect alignment with the macrocosm. Your HGA is already one with you. The Hey final is already one with the Vav, and the Hey is united with Yod. The apparent descent of matter is just, the apparent descent of spirit into matter is just an illusion of digressive defects in perception. A cascade of consciousness, each level forgetful of the level just above it. Initiatory landmarks such as the knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel aren't steps upon a ladder. Rather, they're shifts of consciousness, awakenings. You could say the rest of the universe has already pulled its act together and it's just waiting for you to wake up to the fact. The potent force of all force spoken of in verse 9 is already flowing quite happily through the cosmos. The fact that the ancients were aware that it could overcome everything subtle and penetrate everything solid is an astounding prehistoric venture into the realm of quantum mechanics. The nature of matter is still unknown. About every 10 minutes, there's on Google News, there's another discovery in quantum physics that just completely turned our sense of reality upside down. And then the next day there's another one. Okay. At the subatomic level, its basic units simultaneously behave like particles and waves, but are neither. Physicists won't even commit themselves to confirming that matter definitely exists. Yeah, actually, they confirmed that it doesn't. Okay. But only that as a mathematical probability, it possesses the tendency to exist. The divine alchemy of the Emerald Tablet of Hermes reaches this deeply into the heart of existence. And here's the verse that I wanted to talk to you about. It came to me on the road to the coffee shop this morning. In this manner, the world was created, but the arrangements to follow this road are hidden. As we near the end of this chapter, the Emerald Tablet leaves us with mysteries. The enigmatic choice of words of the 10th verse teases us not with a hidden road, but with the hidden details of the journey. The road is revealed in the first verse. That's the as above, so below verse. And the alchemical process by which we equip ourselves for travel are admirably set forth in the verses to follow. Why then are the arrangements to follow this road hidden? Perhaps because the journey is different for each of us. Knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel is a most intensely personal experience. It's almost impossible to share the details of your angelic relationship with another person, because in all likelihood he or she will not recognize your personal pantheon of images or the nuances of your unique spiritual vocabulary that make the experience real to you. My angel might scare the pants off of you. It would be the height of presumption and ignorance for anyone to judge the validity of another's experience or impose their vision on you. I've been assailed by friends and others who should know better and informed that their angel had an urgent message for me. Just view the comment section. Okay. The above comments should also be applied to all fields of spiritual exploration. One of the major shortcomings of guided meditations and path workings is the insistence by misguided group leaders that everyone sees standardized images in each path or sephiroth, discarding your own visions and allowing your psyche to be programmed by those of another individual or group is the fastest way I can think of to become spiritually crippled. The arrangements to follow this road are hidden. So be extremely cautious of those who would insist that they can show you the way. Okay, that's not the end of that little article, but if you'd like to see the whole thing, it is in Angels, Demons, and Gods of the New Millennium, and it's the chapter that's called, it's called, predictably, the Emerald Tablet of Hermes and the Invocation of the Holy Guardian Angel. Well, that's it for the order of Monday morning. Constance and I have to get ready for Monday night magic class here in Sacramento tonight. And so until tomorrow, which will be Parking Lot Tuesday tomorrow, we'll see you probably a little later than usual in the second parking lot. Until then, continue to be good to yourself and be good to each other. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law. Love under will.